During Sunday's loss against the Philadelphia Eagles, Andrew Sendejo went out with an ankle injury after intercepting a pass for the second consecutive week. Sendejo was quietly having a very solid season with 23 tackles through 6 games, 2 interceptions, and most importantly, a knack for being able to limit the big plays, something he had struggled with in the past. After his injury came in Jayron Kearse, a rookie from Clemson who at 6'4" garnished a lot of buzz during training camp with his ability to make plays in the back end of the defense. The buzz fizzled Sunday, however, as when he finally was thrusted into action, Kearse struggled with the speed and nuances of the NFL game, but as a 7th-round pick, this really shouldn't surprise many people. Here are 3 key plays I took away from Sunday's action that show while he has loads of untapped potential, he's still a long way from becoming a starter, especially in a Mike Zimmer-led defense that demands discipline, good tackling, and solid mechanics. You know, it's not often we see Vikings defenders miss many tackles in the open field, so when Jayron Kearse whiffed in the open field Sunday, I knew Mike Zimmer would not be happy. You can see here when Josh Huff catches the ball out of the backfield, Kearse has 15 yards of ground to cover to get to the ball carrier, and I would say he does an adequate job of closing in on that space relatively quickly while also keeping his eyes and head up once he squares up to Huff. From there, however, Kearse gets close to Huff but still leaves a good 2 to 3 yards of space in between him and the tackle, leaving a lot of room for error to be established while also putting his head down, and Huff takes advantage, hitting the circle button and showing off a nice spin move. The failed tackle attempt allows Huff to gain an extra 10 yards or so and has now shown Kearse as a possible liability in the open field. Of course, Devil's Advocate would say there's always just the possibility Josh Huff is just really quick and explosive, and well, maybe he just made a really good move though, right? One missed tackle certainly isn't the end of the world, but it's something to take note of and be aware if it happens again in the future. From the ground game to the air we go. Here Carson Wentz shows a play action to his running back where Kearse originally stays home to his assignment, but after second glance is fooled and bites on the fake handoff, moving forward just a few steps. That hesitation is all it takes in the NFL, where his tight end is already long gone and had blown past him in the back end of the defense for what would have been a likely touchdown. Luckily for him, Wentz was unable to have enough time to spot the wide open receiver and throws an inaccurate ball. Kearse was bailed out on this play, but rest assured, you heard plenty about his mistakes in the film room the Monday after the loss. Lastly, on our third and final play, the Vikings run a zone cover defense where Captain Munnerlyn rides Nelson Aguilar as far as he can before releasing him to the back end of the defense into Jayron Kearse's zone. Now, Kearse, however, slips on the play, which allows Aguilar to get loose and streak past him. Once again, Kearse is bailed out by an inaccurate pass, but any other Sunday, and Kearse is already responsible for 2 touchdowns deep down the field. Some fans may not love Andrew Sendejo because of his lack of splashy plays, and we're excited to see the potential of Jayron Kearse's big frame next to Harrison Smith, but in this defense, Zimmer always favors the man who he can trust to be disciplined, know his keys and assignments, and most importantly, not give up the big play. This was a good learning experience for Kearse as he gained valuable snaps and playing time, but don't expect him to see much of the field, if at all, when Sendejo is healthy enough to return. For everybody at Cold Omaha and coldomaha.com, I'm Luke Inman, signing out.